Hi everyone, I'm continuing my journey into puzzle platformer indie games with a game I think follows on really well from both Limbo and Inside, and that's Deadlight, which I was surprised to learn actually originally came out, I think, in 2012. So it's almost as old as Limbo, but it's actually older than Inside. Now, I think Inside's probably the best of the bunch here. And Deadlight does have some talking in it, and it does have more of a storyline. There's weapons, so you are actually fighting, but it's a zombie type apocalypse set in the 1980s in Seattle post-apocalypse. They call the zombies shadows, but it's pretty obvious what they are because they're walking around slowly and they try and eat you. And it's more about avoiding them than it is shooting them, though I have to admit that I did shoot most of them. But it's a lot of fun. It surprised me. I did not expect it. I think I owned it originally back on Xbox. I think it might be a Microsoft game, but I don't think I ever played it back then, or it wasn't what I was looking for. I'm certainly more of an ARPG and a bullet hell, playing a lot of bullet hells lately, especially on the Steam Deck. But found myself calming down a little bit, slowing down a little bit, looking for maybe something with a nice soundtrack that's not too difficult but fun to play. I mentioned Limbo and Inside. I went with them. I also played Arise, a simple story, which I've just done a video on because I've just completed that. But I followed that up with Deadlight, and I was really surprised. It's got a good story. It's got a twist at the end, so I won't spoil that. There's footage playing. I'm not matching the footage up in the background with what I'm saying. I've just put together some clips of bits I enjoyed and I thought were interesting and maybe present the game well, but I've tried to avoid giving away certain parts at the beginning, and I've avoided the very end, and hopefully I haven't solved any puzzles for you. But I really enjoyed this. You're going to be looking to pick up different weapons. The story's well done. There are a few cutscenes which are more like comic book, but they work really well. That's fine. The story's easy to follow, but you're going to be jumping around. You're going to be trying to solve puzzles. You're going to try and get off of the screen. It's very similar to Inside and Limbo in the fact that it's a 2D side scroller. So again, you're moving all the way to the right as you play through the game. I played this on both Steam Deck and on PC, but when I play on PC, I'm a controller gamer and I'm playing on a big 65-inch TV. I'm sat back there on the sofa. I think it's a testament, at least for me, it's a testament to how good a game is if it works on both a big screen TV and the Steam Deck. And I was enjoying it on both. Definitely recommend using headphones on the Steam Deck, but it's not necessary on the TV. It's got a good feel to it. The atmosphere is good. This is described as a 2.5D, so again, like Limbo and Inside. Always moving to the right, climbing, jumping, solving small puzzles. The combat is minimal. If you're doing any of the combat, then you're going to start out with an axe, and my suggestion is that try and hit something, knock it down. Once it's on the floor, finish it off. You have to hit them once on the floor in order to actually kill them. And you will run out of stamina, which I found quite interesting. That can happen, but it doesn't seem to matter once you've downed something. So even if you're exhausted, you can still swing and finish off the zombie on the ground. I didn't learn that straight away. Wasted a lot of my bullets trying to kill them outright. You can do headshots, seem to work. That's fine. It's not like Resident Evil where I just don't seem to be able to kill anything outright. And then my dagger broke when I started to stab something way too many times. It's fine in this. That's fine. You can't damage your weapon, so swing away. It's fine. The game's probably going to take you 4 to 5 hours. I think I started it a while back and then came back to it. So I've actually ended up with, I think, 8 hours on record. I did 6 hours to complete it. I'd obviously spent a couple of hours before, but I found myself, if I'm going back to a game and I can't remember the controls or I can't remember the story, then I may as well restart it. Sometimes that spoils the game for me because suddenly I'll remember it. But with this, that was fine. I didn't remember any of it. and it followed on really well again from Limbo and Inside. Not my normal sort of game. I'm not really sure what's happened. Maybe it's a winter thing, but I'm playing late at night, lights off, and it just had that really good feel to it. I've got a load of other games to go through. Like I said, I've just done the video for Arise, A Simple Story, and I've now moved on to Omno. Now, Arise and Omno are not 2D side-scrollers. They are 3D puzzle platformers, but I'm trying to do a whole series of puzzle platformers. I'm going to talk about the games that I'm playing and have probably completed by the time I come to do the video. And I want to make a shout out to How Long to Beat website. I think they're actually HLTB. Oh no, it's howlongtobeat.com. I just refer to it HLTB. But you can import all of your games and then sort it by the time it will take to beat. So I've put together a big list. These are all the games that I've got installed on the Steam Deck, and I've installed the same ones on the PC. But they're running anywhere from 2 hours to complete down to Mafia 3, which I'll get to one day, which is actually 40 hours. But I'm mostly doing puzzle platformers, maybe indie type games. I'm not much of a Metroidvania fan. I don't really like pixel graphics. They don't seem to work, but maybe I'll change my mind on that and I'll come back to it. But Deadlight really surprised me. It's a lot of fun. It follows on well from the games I was playing. It's definitely kept me going in certain directions. And for it to be 13 years old, it really doesn't matter at all. It's a really good zombie survival game, puzzle platformer, side scroll right, all the way to the right. Saving's great, transfers over immediately from Steam Deck to PC, so you can carry on. Barely uses any battery on the Steam Deck. That's really good. You don't need to have the settings turned up at all. You can stick it onto 30 FPS and it looks absolutely fine. So you're going to save yourself some battery time there. But it surprised me, and I wanted to do a video. I wanted to do a shout out. You can pick it up really cheap. It's currently, well, it's £10 to pick up on the Steam Deck at the moment, but there's often a sale. You probably pick it up for £3 or £4. And if you're looking for any keystones, key codes, that's what I mean. I think I picked it up for, you can pick it up for under $2, something like that. So really worth your time. You're going to get at least 5 or 6 hours out of it. So definitely worth your money. And I can't recommend it highly enough. I was surprised, played it all the way through. You could probably do it in one sitting, but I found myself doing maybe 30-minute stints and then jumping over to a bit of anime, maybe over to a different game. I think maybe I was playing Arise and Deadlight at the same time. But a lot of fun. I'm moving over to Orcs Must Die next. I'm going to finish that off because I've never actually completed it before, and I think I've got 3 of them. And like I said, Omno after that. So if you want to see any more of these indie game recommendations, I also cover ARPGs and bullet hells. Who knows where I'll go next, but for now, it seems to be indie puzzle platformers. So thanks for watching. I'm Bifties. See you all next time.